guys, Rick Shaw here on Friday the 17th of February 2023, and today I wanted to talk about the driver's license renewal. I went and did that today. I got a 10-year one. You still got to go back. I still would have to go back in 3 years for a medical, and then 3 years after that for another medical. So you get the 10 years, but you got to go back in 3. And these medicals, when I went down there today, you have to do online. Go to the LTO portal online. I just Googled it, and that pops up, and then you got to register. They're going to ask you for your driver's license number, and then they're going to give you a client number on the way top once you do that, once you verify your email and all that stuff, same as everywhere else. It's going to give you that client number. You're going to need that. I just snapped a picture of it on the phone, and that way it's pretty accessible quickly instead of having to look through files and all that crap to find it. But I got all that. I filled out the form. Then you have to go over to the there's a little medical thing there. That's 600 pesos, and you do that. Now, my license, when I first did it, it was the name when I filled it out. The way we did that one, they didn't put it in right, so they had my middle name as part of my first name. So that messed it up. Well, last time I renewed it, we had to get going, and I didn't want to wait, so I just did it the same. This time I decided, okay, I got time, I'm going to fix it. So they were able to fix that, but you can't just fix it on the site. It doesn't allow you to do that. You have to get an okay from them in order to fix that. So they fixed that, which was kind of cool. And then it's 585 pesos. Now, I did meet a fellow when I was down there, real nice gentleman, foreigner, and he came the same year I did, and he got his license right away, and then he just forgot to renew it, and he got stopped, and the LTO guy said, I'm not going to give you a ticket, but this is expired, and it was expired for a long time. Well, his wife was in there handling the paperwork and stuff, and she came out while we were talking, and it was 11,000 peso fine, a little bit over 11 and change. So be careful you don't let it run over. I think it's a couple thousand a year, over 2,000 a year. So make sure you watch it. It comes up on your birthday, and you just got to get it done. But the folks down there are just absolutely delightful, very helpful. Make sure you bring your passport with your visa stamp or your ACR card if you have one. They're not going to let you finish it unless you have it. Me, I take all that stuff. Whenever I go to a government office, I take all that stuff because I'm sure they're going to ask for something. Just lots of stuff. They dot every I and cross every T here, guys. And if something's amiss, it's going to hold it up. So at least I got my name fixed. And basically, that was about it. I did it. What happened too? I didn't go down the main LTO. That when I was looking that way this morning, it looked kind of crappy. That one opens up at 7 in the morning, and I know the traffic here is ridiculous. So I just went to the one in Robinson's Mall. It's upstairs at the way back, and I did that. And it says online, it says it doesn't open till 10 because that's when the mall opens, but that's baloney. It opens at 9. So I left early, and today it was very nice driving at to get into town because there were no traffic cops on our end. So I made it all the way up into town, made it all the way over to Robinson's in 20 minutes, which is, during the daytime, that's unheard of. That's just ridiculous. But there were no traffic cops until we got to the main street in front of Robinson's, and that's where the traffic backed up. So I took the little shortcut and just boogied and did a U-turn. And there's little spots you can beat the traffic here. There's just so much crap here when it comes to traffic. It's very tiring. But also looking at a lot of the world news, this stuff all is coming in spurts. They had the earthquake thing thing going that they believe was done. The pipeline, it's pretty much, they got caught doing that, this administration that's in the U.S. Then they had the balloons. They want you to look away from everything. They got the balloons. And then now they're doing these train things. And I do know a guy that's a hazmat guy in that area. And he said what they did was totally wrong. And companies were kept out of there. Now they're telling everybody, everything's fine. EPA saying everything's fine. The government there has no problem, just like Pompeo said. They had classes on how to be untruthful, to teach them guys how to do it. So, but this is all a big smokescreen, guys. If you ask me, a list of Maxwell's people is coming out, 160 names, and it's all those big wigs over there. It's crazy. I just seen a thing where some guy got on there and he started reading off a list of problems. They had NBA and NFL, and they were naming off these people who had felonies. They had wife abuse. They had bankruptcy, and he was naming off a whole list of stuff. And then when it was done, it wasn't NBA or NFL. It was Congress. With all these people, they're just. They think they own the world, and they're not doing for the people. Supposedly we vote them in. I'm thinking that's not true anymore, to be honest with you. I don't think anybody votes anything. It's a waste of time is what I'm starting to see. And they probably got me too, because that's what they want. But this last one that went through, there's just too many flags on that. Too many flags on the field, boys, to buy into that one. And you got this guy running it. I saw that, was it Raggedy Ann? She got on there and said, he's the most, cool guy. They just did his physical. He's fine for an 80-year-old guy, and his mind is sharp. And then they have one just earlier in the day where he was talking. He was, he's nothing but a puppet and a figurehead for the people who are running the show. These WEFs, they keep pushing stuff. You got Gates running around. He's who the hell is he? Who the hell is that guy? Nobody voted for these people. And then the Who, not the rock band, and all these other ones that just want to run and control you. They want to run the show. But I think a lot of people are waking up. There's some it's never going to happen. It's just not going to happen. They're not going to wake up. And that's a royal shame, but that's the way it goes. Haven't heard from Doc for a day or so. So hope he's doing well. Getting better. That would be real nice. But not too much else going on today. It didn't take that long either. You figure right now I got there after 9. It was about 9:30. And I was done at 11:30, and that was even running all the way to the other end of the building. I had to get copies. They have a photo place that made me copies. You have to do an online test, by the way. And one of the question I got wrong, which was, how would you have known this? They never had me do a test before, but it was if you're on a motorcycle and they want to search you, your top bag. If it's a saddle bag, I guess they can search it from reading that. But if it's a top bag, they can search it if it's small enough to only hold one helmet. But if it holds 2 helmets, they can't search it. Why they would even ask that one, that's just totally ridiculous. But that was a question they asked that I had no idea. I had no idea what the hell was up with that one. But if you don't have any tickets, they give you a 10-year. But now instead of going to 5 years and just getting the 5-year one, which would have been cheaper in 5 years, it would cost you the $585 plus the $600. Now they got it 10 years and it's going to cost you way more. That's government for you. So it's going to cost you that was $1185 and then another 12. So for a 10-year you're going to be paying let's see, 11 and then 12, so 24, almost 2,400, 15 pesos shy. And so that's what you're going to pay for your 10 years. So they don't ever give you a break on any of this stuff. You know, they made it like, oh, this is a good deal. No, it's not. Now instead of going down in 5 years, I got to go down in 3, which, you know, the government's never going to give you anything. It's a better way for them to line their pocket, I guess. But it's just what they do. You know, that's their deal. So. But we're having a pretty windy day. Last night we had serious wind here. You know, I'm glad nothing happened with the awning. It still looks like it's on there real good. The guys did a nice job. He never did come in to finish the spout off. I wished he would have, but he hasn't done that yet. That's the way she goes. But we're getting a house across the streets done. It was so dusty. These guys came and they had to dig a bunch of land out and all that glass that was over there and all this crap. And it just dusted everything. Couldn't keep a tarp on the tricycle. There's how they're digging there now. But I couldn't keep the tarp on the tricycle even though it was tied on. That's how windy it was. You know, those little plastic strips you get at the mall. And they just didn't hold it on. But oh, there's my door open again upstairs. The latch is broke. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that too. More crap to keep fixing on this place. New house. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Don't forget to pray for each other. And this is Rick Shaw out.
It's midnight, we're going all night. Can you pass a drink to get the vibe right? Don't feel like having a Bud Light. How's tequila with some salt and lime? Oh my, am I alright? Thanks for asking, doing just fine. Can I say that you're looking real nice? We'll have to chat right now before I get high. When you gaze into my eyes, I feel like I'm on cloud 9. You bang harder than 4th of July. I think I can go all night, yeah. The way you bite your lips, blush and smile you give.